Yes, so printing issues don't really cost us that much.
Okay, I understand. I mean, you're thinking that your printing issues aren't really costing you that much as of right now, and that's a valid concern. If you're not having too many, if your costs to what you think or what degree, if they're not costing that much, why spend this certain amount of money on this new service that's going to apparently fix these problems? Um, so is there so, so are they costing you something but not enough to worry? Like what's the current cost then of them? And then why aren't you worrying about that? Why is it not too much?
Well, when printers fail or need supplies, people stop working, and that lost time becomes very expensive.
Okay. That yes, I mean, I understand that's where your issues are. And these printing issues to me sound like it's a recurring issue that adds up to thousands of dollars per month with unnecessary hand hassles that disrupt your work time. And I don't see where that, if you're having these kind of disruptions, paying a little bit extra for these managed printing services, just to stay competitive without these issues. Where do you think that that's then not the best opportunity where you can get rid of these issues, these extra costs that you have, but also pay just a little bit on top of what you're paying your current vendor, right? But minus this lost cost on top of that from these downtimes, like you just said, and wasted supplies. Doesn't that sound like a correct issue or something that actually sounds like it can fix that issue for you?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you in that aspect, yes.
Okay, I'm glad that I was able to get that point across to you. Is there any other concerns that you possibly have for me today?
Uh, in that topic, no.
Okay, is there any other concerns outside of that topic?
We can handle scanning later.
Okay, so you're feeling like scanning you can handle later. I mean, I understand. Um, with their current scanning, might not be such a big issue right now. I mean, you still have tons of paper files, these paper files building up over and over. And isn't your firm, don't you think your firm's kind of busy with too many clients at the current time? And how does that affect your firm if your scanning isn't digitalized, let's say, but you still have a system where it's like, oh yeah, we're spending this much with our current vending on our scanning services. Um, we don't really need to spend that much. We're growing, we're handling new clients, all this type of stuff. How does it ultimately affect your firm with your current scanning?
Well, paper files take up space and cost money every day. They aren't digital.
I agree. Paper files are old and cumbersome. If scanning isn't the most important issue right now, I mean, I see it as a growing issue, especially in a business such as your own, where a lot of these, you need to have constantly printed files, scanned files for your clients. And yeah, it might not seem like the largest issue right now. And I've seen this from other firms, multiple times in the past that, our past clients, honestly, and our current clients that they were like, oh, scanning's not that big of an issue right now. And then some people, they don't spend the time on it. They don't see it as the issue right now, but other firms are more modernizing towards this degree as of right now, trying to get all of their files onto this digital library or some form of a digital library so they can do this hybrid work as well. Um, I think on top of that, don't you agree that maybe scanning might be a little bit of a hidden iceberg that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you in that aspect. Yep.
All right, I'm glad I was able to convey that message to you. I'm trying to help you out as best as I can here, and I want to see Terrametra grow as much as possible. Is there anything else, any other final concerns or any more concerns that you have about Apply Innovation, what we offer to you?
No, currently no. Uh, we don't want more vendors to manage.
Okay. More vendors. That's no one wants more vendors to have. I understand exactly what you're saying. That's just another fee on your budget list, another cost that you have to handle. So why aren't you worried about adding another vendor, even though it might seem necessary at this point?
Right now, we're trying to simplify operations and reduce the number of outside relationships our team has to coordinate with.
I agree, and that's very smart, and I understand your situation completely. But we aren't just another vendor. We're going to reduce the amounts of parts in your business you need to manage, ultimately handling job of multiple vendors under our own roof. And that right there is, yes, you're paying multiple vendors right now, and it might seem that, oh, we're just another one that's coming in here, another liability for you, another cost on your budget that you currently have. But what we do replaces all these other vendors that you possibly have. So you, rather than paying, thousands and thousands over multiple different vendors, you're paying one controlled price per month that's consistent no matter what, no matter how many issues you have, no matter how many times you go through supplies or resources and all this stuff. It's that same consistent price every single month. And that's why we're not just like any other vendor. We're going to replace all these other vendors that you do not need. We are that new vendor, the only one that you have to handle. And it sounds like to me, that sounds like a reasonable explanation of what we do for you, and that we're not just another vendor to you. I mean, if you do you agree on that, we're maybe that ultimate final vendor that you can get to solve these issues.
Yeah, yeah, you guys have definitely been more proactive. Yes.
All right, that's good. I'm glad you see that, and I want to be able to perform that task for you and be up to your standard of what you need with your printing, your scanning, your IT services. So here, do you have any other concerns, or are you feeling like we're kind of at that point of, you want to move forward and you're feeling good with all our services, all right, and we can probably move forward with this deal.
So with everything that you provided, I'm actually ready to move on with this deal.
Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to hear today, and I'm glad we can be in business together. And I'm gonna finalize some of this paperwork here. We can get some signatures down, and we can get you guys working and get you to the top of this legal game in Tampa here.
All right, yeah.
All right, have a
Sounds
great
good.
day.
Yeah, you too.